Bunker shots can feel like a nightmare for so many golfers. The fear of leaving the ball in the bunker or blasting it way too far can creep into your mind, and before you know it, you're frozen. But here's the thing, escaping bunkers isn't about luck. It's about using the right setup, trusting your swing, and letting the sand do the work. Now, let's talk about how you can turn bunker play from your biggest frustration into one of your secret weapons on the course. The first key is all about mindset. Most golfers walk into the bunker already expecting disaster. They think, please, just don't let me blade it over the green. Or what if I chunk it and the ball doesn't even leave the sand? That fear of hitting the ball too hard or too soft is what locks players up. The real trick is to stop thinking about the ball entirely. Yes, you heard that right. Don't even worry about hitting the ball. Your target is the sand itself. Once you can shift your focus from the ball to the sand, everything becomes easier. You're no longer scared of blading it because you're not even aiming at it. Instead, you're splashing the sand, and the sand does the heavy lifting of carrying the ball out. That brings us to setup because bunker play isn't something you can just wing. If your setup is off, the shot will be too. It starts with the right club. For most greenside bunkers, a sand wedge with about 54 to 58 degrees of loft is perfect. It's designed with bounce, the curved sole of the club, that keeps it from digging too deep into the sand. If you're dealing with a bunker that has a tall lip, or if the pin is tucked really close to the edge, a lob wedge with 60 degrees or more can give you that extra height you need. The beauty of these clubs is that they're built for the sand, so trust them. Before you even grip the club, open the face. Think of twisting the club so the face points a little more toward the sky. This exposes the bounce and makes it glide across the sand instead of stabbing into it. A lot of players make the mistake of gripping the club first and then opening the face. But the correct way is to open the face first, then take your grip. This locks in the position and prevents the club from closing when you swing. Ball position is another detail that matters more than you might think. Place the ball forward in your stance, closer to your front foot. This automatically encourages the club to enter the sand behind the ball, which is exactly what you want. If the ball is too far back, you risk hitting it clean, which sends it screaming over the green. Too far forward, and you'll catch nothing but sand. That sweet spot near your front foot is where the magic happens. Now let's talk about your feet because they're doing more work than you realize in a bunker shot. Dig your feet into the sand until you feel solid. This gives you a stable base and lowers your body a little closer to the ball. It also helps you sense how firm or soft the sand is, which will guide how aggressive your swing needs to be. Soft sand needs a little more power while firm sand requires less. From there, shift about 60 to 80% of your weight onto your front foot. Keep it there the entire time. Leaning back is one of the biggest killers of bunker shots. When you lean back, you think it. When you stay forward, you allow the club to enter the sand in the right place. Your stance should also be open, meaning your feet and hips are aimed slightly left of your target if you're right-handed. Don't worry, the ball will still go toward the flag. The open stance helps create the swing path you need for the sand to splash correctly. So now you're set up. The ball's forward, your club face is open, your weight is forward, and your feet are dug in. Here's where most golfers get nervous. The actual swing. And this is where commitment matters. You cannot decelerate in the bunker. If you slow down before impact, the club just gets stuck in the sand, and the ball stays in the bunker. The secret is acceleration. Swing through with confidence and let the club glide. The sand cushions the strike, so you won't hit the ball too far as long as you make contact behind it. Your mental target is 2 to 3 inches behind the ball. Picture that spot and swing as if you're trying to hit the sand there. When the club enters the sand at that spot, the explosion of sand is what carries the ball out. You're not picking the ball clean. You're splashing it out on a wave of sand. The best way to think about it is this. Throw the sand onto the green. Don't think about the ball, just focus on blasting a chunk of sand. One of the most important details during the swing is keeping the club face open. Many golfers let their wrists roll over through impact, which closes the face and takes away the loft. That's when shots come out low and hot. Instead, keep the face pointing toward the sky even after contact. This maintains loft and bounce, giving you that nice, soft landing on the green. And don't forget to finish your swing. A short, tentative follow-through usually means you decelerated. A full, high finish tells you that you committed. Think about it. If you stopped halfway, the ball probably didn't even make it out. If your hands are up by your shoulders on the finish, you gave it the energy it needed. Now let's dig into the tricky stuff because not all bunker shots are the same. Sand conditions vary, and so does the lie of your ball. For example, if the sand is firm or even wet after rain, the bounce of your wedge can cause it to skid and hit the ball thin. In those cases, you don't want to open the face as much. Instead, square it up, maybe even slightly close it, so the leading edge can dig in. With firm sand, you don't need a massive swing either because the ball will come out with more roll. What about the dreaded plugged lie, the one that looks like a fried egg? That's when the ball is buried down into the sand with a crater around it. This is where you need to get aggressive. Square or slightly close the face and aim to hit the sand 2 or 3 inches behind the ball. Your swing should be steep and forceful, almost like a chop. The goal is to drive the club down so it digs under the ball. Expect it to come out low and rolling, not floating. That's normal. Plan your landing spot short of the pin to allow for that rollout. There are also times when you're short-sighted, meaning the pin is really close to the bunker's edge. That's when your lob wedge becomes your best friend. Open the face wide, commit to a big swing, and trust that the loft will pop the ball up high and soft. The key here is not to baby it. You need plenty of acceleration to get the ball up quickly and stop it on the green. Another situation is when the bunker lip is tall and intimidating. Many players freeze when they see that wall of sand in front of them. The secret is loft and speed. Take that lob wedge, open it up, and swing confidently. Don't worry about hitting it too far. As long as you strike the sand in the right spot and keep the face open, the ball will launch up and over. What often happens is golfers get scared and decelerate, which leaves the ball right at the base of the lip. Trust the technique and let it fly. One thing that often gets overlooked in bunker play is rhythm. A bunker shot should feel smooth and flowing, not jerky or panicked. Even though you're accelerating through, it's not a rush. Think of it like a splash of water. It's controlled, but it has force behind it. That rhythm helps you avoid stabbing at the sand or swinging too timidly. Here's another helpful perspective. A bunker shot is actually one of the few times in golf where you don't have to hit the ball perfectly. On a fairway shot, contact is everything. In the bunker, the sand is your buffer. That means even if you're a few inches off, as long as you commit to your swing, the ball will likely still come out. That's a huge confidence booster once you understand it. You're not expected to be pinpoint precise. You're expected to swing with commitment. If you're practicing bunker shots, don't just hit 1 or 2 and call it a day. Spend time learning how the sand reacts. Try shots with an open face, then square. Try hitting closer behind the ball, then further back, and watch the difference. The more you see how the sand influences the shot, the less intimidating it becomes. Practice is what builds that trust so you can take it to the course with confidence. And that's the bunker escape trick that can turn one of the scariest shots in golf into one of the easiest. Now I want to hear from you. What's the toughest part of bunker shots for you? Hitting it too thin, too fat, or just lacking confidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if this helped, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next tip.